Back to the sibling group chat. I'm Owen.
And I'm Cassidy.
And today we're here with our February bonus episode ranking old live action Disney movies. Last month we had the animated old Disney movies. Now we're in the live action old Disney movies.
Yes. And if we thought ranking the animated ones was tricky, boy, was this trickier. I didn't realize I've forgotten a lot of them, and then it just made it even harder to choose when I looked up a list.
Same. I think I had like 7 or 8 done off the top of my head, and some of those I ended up taking out of my top 10 because I was like, I looked up a list. I'm like, I know there's more not coming to mind, and all of a sudden I had almost like 20 plus.
Yeah.
That I've seen, and I think these old Disney movies, like obviously they're not nostalgic to me because I grew up at that time, but like I feel like these are the movies I watched a lot, like as we were growing up because, I don't know. That's what our parents were showing us, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's almost a bit like Odyssey, where we are nostalgic for 80s Odyssey, like when the show started, because that's how our parents introduced us to the show. And I'm not saying our parents only introduced us to old Disney. We were definitely watching Disney Junior in its current era. But like they introduced us to the old shows, and so those are the old movies. So they're equally as nostalgic, if not more.
I also think they also hold a special place for me because sometimes people ask me like, well, what movies did you watch growing up? I was like, you're not gonna know when I say you didn't watch 60s Disney movies.
Yeah. And if you did, we should talk.
Yeah, like, do you know Blackbeard's Ghost? No, I didn't think so.
Yeah, there's several movies on this list that I forced children I babysat to watch, and it was a disappointing experience for us all. Because they weren't as into it as I wanted them to be, and they just didn't understand the hype, so...
But yeah, I guess we should get into it. We decided
yes.
beforehand, we have so many honorable mentions, but we wanted to save those for later in case one or the other of us had them in our top 10.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll just start at number 10. And you want to go first? You want me to?
I can.
Okay.
My number 10 is The Cat from Outer Space.
Okay, I have that one a little bit higher.
Yeah. I think, so this is an interesting conversation, again, coming off of our animated ones, because there's a lot of animal-related live-action movies that also come to mind, just like we were saying with the animated ones, but they tend to be lower on my live-action list.
I think that's actually true for me on the live-action one. The animal ones aren't quite as high in my top 10.
Yeah.
There's definitely still some in my top 10, but...
Yes. But yeah, that's my number 10, Cat from Outer Space.
I just remembered an honorable mention.
Come in Olympus.
Yes. Jellyfish calling Olympus. Come in Olympus.
If you think we can quote animated movies and you think we can quote Odyssey, just you wait. Boy, can we quote old Disney movies.
Okay, the voice of the cat in The Cat from Outer Space.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember. It might have been an episode of like the Andy Griffith Show or something. The guy who voices the cat is in some random old episode of something. And we were watching it as a family. And I'm like, is that the cat from The Cat in Outer Space?
It had to have either been Andy Griffith or the Dick Van Dyke Show. Because
and my dad looked it up and it was, or maybe I looked it up, I don't know. And I'm like, that is the most impressive voice like association I've ever done in my life.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about that, but yeah, good movie.
Yes.
What's your number 10?
You're not gonna like my number 10. This is nostalgic for me for a very odd reason.
Okay.
Yeah, so you want to guess? You don't like this movie. You think it's boring.
I do, because of how you said it, do have a guess because I saw it on the list. Is it The Great Locomotive Chase?
It is The Great Locomotive Chase.
I knew it was going to come up.
I watched this movie 2.5 times in one night when I was in, I believe, 7th grade. I had been sick and I could not sleep. And so my dad told me, go watch a movie. It'll help you at least calm down even if you can't sleep.
Which has never, ever happened any other time in our lives.
I was in pain, actually. So I was having, like, acid reflux, abdominal pain, basically.
Yeah.
And I could not sleep. And so I watched... I don't know how The Great Locomotive Chase was even the one that ended up getting chosen.
We must have got it fairly
It was, and I watched it 2.5 times in one night.
Yeah, I got up in the morning to get ready for school, and I walked down the stairs.
It was Saturday.
It
was Saturday.
Whatever it was, I wake up in the morning like, what are you doing?
He told me to do it.
Yeah.
I remember that, and even after you got past the fact of that Dad would tell me to do that, like it wasn't even like I asked him, like he told me to do that, and then you were like, hey, "Why did you pick that movie?"
It would be a good boring movie to fall asleep to, I guess.
It's a great movie. I don't know. It's a true story, by the way.
Yeah,
Worth
I know.
looking into. It's a fun
Yeah.
one. Yeah, so I guess
I
I'll go
knew
first with my
I knew it
number
was gonna
9.
go up. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Did you have a final thought on the Great Locomotive Chase?
No, but I feel like maybe at this point it's worth mentioning if anybody cares to know how and why we were watching all these old movies. Our dad was part of the Disney Movie Club, so you buy DVDs. So
We
that's
have
why
a lot of these on DVD.
yeah. So that's why a big part of why we watched all of these.
Also, I think he watched a lot of them.
He watched them growing up, but then we ended up with them on DVD because of the Disney Movie Club. So
I feel like Disney Movie Club was just like, this is how we can get rid of these movies that nobody knows exists, or promote these random movies that nobody knows exists.
yeah, we did get some like actual like well-known movies through that, but it tended to be our dad would buy a lot of the obscure ones. So
And so, there's nothing wrong with that. Some of them are better than the well-known ones.
yeah, some of them can stay obscure, the
Yeah.
Sword of the Rose, but others are good. But yeah.
There's also some that should stay obscure, like Tonka, which made us quit our let's watch all the movies we own endeavor the summer after COVID. I
At
believe
number
that's the
two,
summer it was.
I think it was like the number 2 on the list.
No, we'd gotten through a few. Or maybe we were just trying to get through that entire stack in our
Right.
closet.
Yeah,
I don't know. But whatever it
never-
was, we
never
got
were
to
gonna make
Tonka,
it
we're like,
very
you know what? We don't like movies that much.
Who watches movies?
But like that, I don't know. I feel like we'd maybe gotten to like 4 or 5 because we were watching like one like every day,
Yeah.
and then we got to that one. You're like, you know what? I'm good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on to number 9. I have
Yeah.
That Darn Cat at number 9.
Okay.
It's a fun one. I honestly like this one almost as much. I mean, the movie is fun and like I don't know, the characters are fun and whatnot. I also just like the That Darn Cat song.
It's a good song.
It's a great
Yeah.
song.
That Darn Cat fell into my honorable mentions, but just barely.
It almost fell into mine, and actually, there's a reason it fell into mine that I'll get to when we get to our honorable mentions later.
Okay.
Or that it stayed and didn't fall because
Oh.
I had taken it out and then I put it back.
Okay. Yeah, that one's a good one. Yeah, my number 9 is Swiss Family Robinson.
Okay, yeah, that
And
one.
I don't
That one's an
remember-
honorable mention for me.
Okay, I don't remember the last time I watched it, and I think the only reason it stayed on the list is because I really want to watch it now. And
Yeah,
so,
that one, I know I've seen it, but it's been so long I didn't feel like I could put it on the list.
yeah. I don't remember the last time I watched it either, but I saw it. I was like, yeah, I really do like that movie. And so it just stayed on the list purely because I just want to go watch it now, I think. So,
And going back to That Darn Cat almost falling off my list, Great Locomotive Chase was number 10, and I knew it was going to be number 10 because it's not really all that fantastic of a movie. It's just
we just had to talk about it.
So like number 9 was my you can fall off the list from number 9.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. My number 8 is No Deposit, No Return.
That's my number 8 too.
Wow!
Agreement.
Impressive.
So much fun when we agree on these
know.
things because we have no conversation beforehand, or very
No.
little anyway.
Well, we discuss, but we don't like say what we're doing.
Yeah.
We were talking about movies beforehand, but we didn't share our
We
list.
were, yes.
Yes. No Deposit, No
Oh,
Return is great. Love Long
It is
Necker.
great. Yes, Long Necker. Very Officer Harley-esque, I feel like.
Yes. Yes. I would. Our Officer Harley and Harlow Doyle. I get that they're kind
Yeah.
of inspired by each other, but he has characteristics of both of them.
It's true.
I feel like this movie almost it is one storyline, but I think of it separately because I think of like the detectives, Long Necker and whoever he's with, but then also the bad guys, and I kind of forget that it's
And there's
all-
also the bad guys and the kids are kind of together, but
yeah,
like
that's true. Yeah, and then you got the skunk.
the skunk duster.
We're going to Bermuda. Oh, boy!
Yes. Also, just fun. If you haven't, or it has been a long time since you've watched old Disney movies, you'll get a kick out of seeing the same people in every single one of them.
I know we haven't even
a
gotten
great
to our
time.
favorite guy yet. We're still waiting. He's somewhere on here.
Dean Jones.
Yes, I was gonna
He's
wait till
in
we got
That
to
Darn
him.
Cat.
He is.
Yeah.
I can't keep track of which ones he's in and which ones he isn't.
I was also thinking when you get to the Great Locomotive Chase, the main character, the main dude in that one, it's Davy Crockett. He's not actually Davy Crockett in that movie, but he's Davy Crockett.
Yeah. Well, actually, I was saving this, but I think it's we can talk about it here. Davy Crockett, the first one, and The Great Locomotive Chase count in the same year.
Really?
What a year
He was
for that
busy
guy.
that year.
Yeah. Dean Jones has several movies who come out in the same year as
Well, I
well.
believe that for him. We were or not convinced, but we used to joke about him being the only actor that Disney had at the time.
Yeah. He's a great actor, but yeah, I forgot he was in That Darn Cat. All right.
So
What
then,
are we
since
on
we
now?
agreed at number 8, I don't know whose turn it is to go first to number 7.
Well, I went first on number 8, so.
Okay, you're right. You did, yes.
Yeah.
So my number 7 is Cat from Outer Space. That's where mine comes in.
Okay.
I like that one. I just love the cat controlling things randomly,
Yeah.
or like when he just needs gold.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's expensive here.
Is that the one that has mayonnaise? I think
Yeah,
it's
it might
that one.
be.
Yeah. Because
Yeah,
he
it
says
is because
it's
that's what
basically mayonnaise.
the guy who the cat befriends or whatever
Uh-huh.
suggests that the thing that his spaceship was controlled by was mayonnaise or like ran on. He's like, mayonnaise?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, my
Did the
number.
cat also say something about like that's not actually that far off or something like later in the movie?
I think he might. Yeah.
Anyway,
Putting
yeah,
my
go
tea
ahead,
down
you're
before I
number
spill
7.
it everywhere. My number 7 is actually a list of movies, so you can do with that what you will. But I just put all of the Herbie movies at number 7.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
That
which
makes sense.
is
Yeah, I almost did something like that, but I just put my favorite one on the list.
well, I don't know if I could pick a favorite. Well, my favorite's probably Herbie Rides Again. I
Okay.
think. But there's the Love Bug, Herbie Rides Again, Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo, Herbie Goes Bananas, and Herbie Fully Loaded does not fit in the old Disney list, but I've stuck it there
It
because
is Herbie, but it's not in.
it's 2005. So
Yeah. So then, I'll just go first on number 6 again because my number 6 is my favorite Herbie movie.
Okay.
Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo is my favorite of the Herbie movies.
okay, is that the one that has Dean Jones in it, or is he in the
No,
Love
that's
Bug?
the one with Don Knotts.
Don Knotts is in Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo. Dean
Yeah.
Jones is in the Love Bug.
Or is Dean Jones in that one too?
I think it's Dean Jones and Don Knotts together, and
Is
Herbie
it?
Goes to Monte
I'm
Carlo.
curious now. Well, because then there's the ones you might be right. There's like 2 that take place in San Francisco, or I think it's San Francisco, but those ones
Yeah.
like are very together in my head.
Yeah. Well, Herbie Rides Again is the one in San Francisco with the lady who lives in the fire station,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, it is Don Knotts and Dean Jones
In Monte
in
Carlo?
Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo.
Okay.
But yeah, that one's my favorite. Because, I mean, you got there's the racing and the fact that Herbie, like, if I was in that race other than Herbie, I would get so tired of this car who I never passed passing me. Because Herbie just goes off the road somewhere, and then passes everybody again. So you'd be driving, and this car passes you. But you wouldn't see him, and then he'd pass you again. But also just the background sound. Fun fact, when I ran cross country in high school, my dad would yell at me that it was Herbie time, telling me to go past people.
Yeah.
Usually it just resulted in an eye roll from me if I had enough energy to do that. But,
Yeah. Yeah, those are great. So,
Herbie
you
Goes to Monte Carlo, finish what I was saying. It has the racing, but then there's also, that's the one where the diamond is stolen from the museum, and they're trying to find it.
yeah. Uh-huh.
So that's a fun one, too.
Yeah.
And actually, the detective in that one, who I believe it might be, is Longnecker played by the same person as the dude in.
I don't remember. It's been a long
But
time.
regardless, the detective in that one is very Harlow Doyle-esque as well.
Yeah. Yeah. The guy who plays Longnecker is in a lot of older movies, so
I think it might be the same guy.
it might be. I don't remember
But
for
anyway,
sure.
yeah. So you're number 6?
Did you do your number 7 though?
Yeah, my number 7 was Cat from Outer Space.
Oh, okay.
I went first on number 7 and
Okay.
number 6 because my
Yeah.
number 6 was connected to your number 7.
Okay. My number 6 is The Absent-Minded Professor.
Okay, so that one's a little bit higher for me.
Yeah. Yep, that one's great. Never seen the remake that's just called Flubber. Don't know anything about it. This one's just better. Objectively.
Yep. Makes sense. So, yeah, it's your turn to go first on number 5,
yes.
actually.
My number 5
Back.
is Johnny Tremaine.
Okay, see, that one didn't even make my top 10.
It wouldn't have had I not seen it on a list. But I was like,
I saw it there.
I do like this movie.
I think, and this is me. Sometimes me reading books ruins movies for me.
I mean,
There's like so much missing from the movie, from the book.
Yeah.
Like there's just so much less things that happen and so many fewer people. Like in the movie, there's one daughter of the guy he works for, and there's like four in the book, so that just makes the whole thing take longer. I don't even remember what happened. I just remember thinking that was weird after having, because I'd watched the movie before I read the book, but I'm watching the movie again after. But the Liberty Tree is a banger of a song right there. Like,
Yeah, it's a great song.
top of the charts.
Yep, it's great. Who fired that shot? One of us? One of them?
Somebody
of
in the
those
house
trees
over
over
there. I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that one, I like it because I love the Revolutionary War. It's my favorite period of American history. But the movie itself is meh.
Yeah. I honestly didn't remember that it was a Disney movie. I saw it on the list, and I was like, oh, okay.
Did Johnny Shiloh make your list? Because I'm pretty sure that's a Disney movie, too.
I don't think it is. I don't remember seeing it on the list. But it has the kid who's in, like, every Disney movie.
It's a Disney kid account. No, maybe it's not. I don't know.
I was half expecting it to be on the list, and I don't remember seeing it.
Yeah, I'll have to take it off my honorable mentions, because I added it to my honorable mentions before I even looked at the list, so I wasn't even
Do you like Johnny Shiloh better than Johnny Tremaine?
No, Johnny Tremaine is on my honorable mentions.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, so what's your number 5?
My number 5 is Davy Crockett and the River Pirates,
Okay.
which in my opinion is the better of the two Davy Crockett movies.
See, I only put Davy Crockett, King of the Wild Frontier on my list. I was going to go back and put the River Pirates one and just have them together on my honorable mentions.
See, I just think it's a more fun movie than the other one. Maybe it's less historically accurate. I don't even know if it actually has any historical accuracy. I know that the King of the Wild Frontier has a little bit, because he does die at the Alamo at the end of that movie.
I feel like it ends before they die, doesn't it?
Well, maybe, but it ends at the Alamo.
It ends at the Alamo.
He dies at the Alamo.
Yeah. But then there's a second movie, and he's in it.
Is it a prequel? A midquel? Happens in the midst of another movie? I don't know.
I feel like it happens after.
I mean, I guess, but that would be fake, because he died at the Alamo.
Well, yeah. I don't know.
Anyway, I don't know. It's a more fun movie. They're racing down the river. It's a fun one.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I watched
about
those
Yeller
movies,
Gold.
too. Yeah. Yeah, Davy Crockett is on my honorable mentions list. Technically, it's sitting at number 13 because it was on the number list at one point.
I meant to put the other Davy Crockett on my honorable mentions, the Wild Frontier one, but I didn't. But
minus the other
I just like the River Pirates one more.
Yeah, that's fair. I honestly, there are probably bits of both run together in my head, which is why I just kind of grouped them as a whole. So
that's fair. What's your number 5?
I did my number 5. So
okay.
What's your number 4?
So I have number 4. I put the Apple Dumpling Gang.
Me too.
Yeah,
Both
two
of them.
times.
I know. I put both of them together as one.
Okay. See, the second one is just kind of not as good.
It's true. Like, the second one on its own would not be at number 4, but I just decided to group.
The second one on its own wouldn't even be top 15 for me, if I'm being real honest. I
Is
think the second one is good because
of the first
one.
Yeah.
But by itself, it's not really that good.
No. But I was just grouping movies together.
I mean, yeah, you have a couple iconic lines from the second one. Like, this is how you make a tea?
Don't
put my name on it. And of course, there's also Mac who. Oh. Mac. I want to talk to you, Theodore.
Yeah, the first one is classic. This is one of the movies that I made kids I was babysitting watch, and they weren't impressed.
What?
I know.
That's sad.
I know.
Sometimes you tell me these things, and I can understand why a kid of today wouldn't like that, but you would think the Apple Dumpling Gang would be like.
You would think. I think they did like it better than the other one I made them watch that we haven't gotten to yet.
Yeah.
But this one does have some great lines like, Mr. Donovan, I gotta go.
You just went.
Magnolia?
Got some extra son of a gun stew. Either throw it out or bring it up here. Those are the only options. You can't save son of a gun stew.
No.
That line has always struck me funny for no reason whatsoever. It's like, it's either throw it out or bring it up here. Like, no, do not save it.
Well, they didn't have a way to save their food back then.
Well, it's stew. It can't go bad that fast.
Actually, if your food sits at room temperature too long, that's when bacteria grows in it. That they wouldn't have known that back then.
They wouldn't have cared.
They wouldn't have known that, and I have a feeling something on stew having extra bacteria in it probably doesn't make much difference.
It's probably the main ingredient.
Bacteria. It's like Papa Bear's wilderness stew.
Black.
Black.
I don't know if that's a real word, but it should, in the dictionary, there should be a word entry for Bleck that says exclamation of the Bernstein Bears.
Yeah. There's another ranking we could do is
Oh man,
kids
there's
shows.
so many though.
Yeah,
There's
kids
hundreds
shows.
of those books.
Well,
Or at least over 100.
I was thinking of kids shows for that
Oh,
one, not
okay.
kids books.
I thought you meant the books.
No.
That line is in the books. I don't think it's in the show.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway. Yeah. So number 4 was the Apple Dumpling Gang, but you went first on that one, right?
I did, yeah, but you can go first now.
Okay. So my number 3 is The Parent Trap. The old Parent Trap is 1961, and I get the new Parent Trap is 1998. Does not fall in this category at all, but again, I had to bring up.
Okay, so getting back, when I said That Dark Cat at number 9 almost fell off, it's because I saw The Parent Trap and I almost put it on there. Then I got to thinking, I've watched the newer one more times than I've watched the old one, so I decided that the old one probably shouldn't make my top 10 list, because I don't know that I necessarily like the new one better. Maybe I do. I know I've watched it more times.
Yeah, I think I probably watched the new one more too, and I think I don't know, it's slightly more iconic. I think because a lot of people haven't seen the old one, but I think the old one is just as good. I just don't gravitate towards it as
Yeah, I
much.
think they're both good. I just
The old
realized
one-
I'd seen the newer one better, so I put the old one as an honorable mention.
Yeah, so the old one's my number 3, but the old one also has a sequel. Did you know
Yeah,
that?
and I have seen. Do we own it?
I think so.
Maybe
Yeah,
we watched it on Disney Plus.
I think we have it as a set. It has.
Oh,
one
that
and
would
two
make
on it.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah, but for anyone who hasn't seen the sequel to the original Parent Trap, or you haven't seen the original Parent Trap, it's the same plot as the '90s one with Lindsay Lohan. But in the sequel, the one of the twins, I mean, they're all grown up, and one of the twins is divorced, and her daughter and her daughter's best friend are trying to get her together with the best friend's dad, and so they get their aunt, the other twin, to help them out. It's pretty funny.
It is pretty funny. Yeah. I think I've only seen it once, but I do remember it being pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my number 3 is The Absent-Minded Professor. That's where I put
Okay.
it.
Okay.
I like Flubber,
Yes.
and also I love the basketball scene in that movie.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah. And Biff and his father are pretty funny too. We haven't brought up Alonzo Hawk.
Hawk
He's not,
exists in the Herbie universe as well.
not only a recurring actor, but a recurring character
name.
as well. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know if the A stands for the same thing in Herbie as it does in that movie. I think it's A Hawk. I feel like the A stands for something different in them, but I could be wrong about that. Regardless, though, it's funny.
Yeah, it is.
It's
Funny.
the same actor.
Yeah.
He's one of those people who you could never picture playing someone who wasn't like a kind of bad guy in a movie.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like he's like evil or anything, but he's obviously the antagonist of a movie.
Yeah. As evil as one can be in an old Disney movie.
Right, yes.
So that was your number 3?
That was my number 3, yes.
Yeah. So your number 2?
Yes, my number 2, I have Lieutenant Robin Crusoe.
Me too. So then I bet we have the same number
I
1.
think we have the same number 1 too then, yeah.
I also forget until I looked up. It's Lieutenant Robin Crusoe. It's
I
not
always forget that
Robinson
too. Yeah.
Because he is named after Robinson Crusoe, and it is a modern retelling of Robinson
Yeah.
Crusoe, but his name is actually Robin Crusoe or Rob.
Well, but he was named after that because I think they make some
Yeah,
mention to
I said that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
I meant like the character in the movie
Yeah.
mentions the book. Okay.
yeah. I said that.
Okay. Yes. A Japanese supermarket.
Yeah.
I don't need comic books. I don't need whatever this is.
Lousy form and a nice shot.
You know, Floyd, they ought to bottle this stuff. One of the greatest Disney animals.
Women
Floyd.
got rights. Yeah.
Also, fun, because Dick Van Dyke turned 100 at the end of December. right? Or was it the beginning of January? I think
Yeah,
it was
I
the
think
end
it
of
was
December.
December.
But so stuff about him was going around, and I think you sent me a clip, but it was Dick Van Dyke talking about Floyd from this movie. And this is not one of Dick Van Dyke's most well-known projects.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, it really should be. Um, but it was talking about the monkey, like, or yeah, it's a monkey,
Or chimp. It's a chimp.
chimp. It's a chimp.
It doesn't have a tail.
Yeah,
It's not a monkey. Even though it's a
yeah.
monkey sort of shape.
Thank you, Larry. But Floyd, like, obviously they're smart. Like, there's a reason that they were in the space program and they've been tossed to do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
But the monkey, like, still, chimp. Floyd, he still remembered him, like, years later. He, like, went to visit him. He was in a zoo, and the monkey, he's not a monkey. Floyd wanted to leave with him. Like, he thought that's why Dick Van Dyke was there, because he didn't
Yeah.
like the zoo. It was kind of a sad but also fun story.
Yeah.
I don't remember when the clip was from, but it was around
was
at that
older,
time
yeah.
because people were talking about that
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
him turning 100.
Yeah. Apparently, I learned this from the Full House podcast. They don't use chimps in movies anymore because they can actually be quite dangerous. They can be pretty aggressive. So.
You wouldn't know it from watching that one.
No, that one is pretty chill. So I don't know if he actually was like a chill chimp or like they just had him well managed.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's a great movie.
Yeah. We already alluded to what number one is. Well, we've alluded. You wouldn't know we've alluded, but we have.
Should we say it together on 3?
Sure.
1, 2, 3. Blackbeard's
Blackbeard's
Ghost.
Ghost. Yeah. One of
Yes.
the least ever mentioned by anybody else Disney movies, but
It should be like the title movie of Disney's entire franchise.
Disney should be making merch about it still,
They really should be.
if they ever were. I don't know.
There
if they
should
were.
be a Blackbeard's Ghost Land.
Yes, or Blackbeard's Ghost ride, or like Pirates of the Caribbean and Blackbeard's Ghost should like collab into the ride. I don't know.
Like, okay, this is a Studio C reference. There's a Studio C video about the Disney Vault, and they make a joke about it. It'd be the crown jewel of the entire park, the Dumbo ride. The crown jewel is Blackbeard's Ghost.
It is fantastic. No notes. I mean notes, but no negative notes.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, we quote that one a lot. Like,
Yeah.
it'd be more fun than riding a humpback whale in a hurricane.
Yes. And how many people have you forced to watch this movie? Because I have forced I
Two?
forced my best friend to watch it. She liked it. I forced some college roommates to watch it. They tolerated it. And then I forced kids I babysat to watch.
I
Watch
think
it.
just 2 for me.
And the kids I babysat were just too young for it, and it didn't move fast enough for them. Which
Yeah,
I did.
I can understand that a little bit.
And I think the humor was still above them at the age.
If you
that they
like
were.
track or have ever run track, that'll just make it funnier.
Or even if you don't like track.
Yeah,
I
you don't
like
have to
track.
like track, but like
But I
if you
know track.
have, that makes parts of it really funny,
Yeah.
like funnier.
Yeah, or if you like pirates
Pirates, yes.
or college professors. College
Yeah.
stereotypes.
Trying to think like what Cree Crew, Verago Kappa, Calto Cree.
I will say though, the first time we ever watched that movie, the painting of Alditha creeped me out.
Well, I think it's supposed to.
It's supposed to, but like,
Alditha.
yeah. If you don't know, if you've never watched this movie, if any movie on this list, if you've never watched it, consider this your PSA. Go watch them right now. Most of them, I think, are on Disney Plus if you have Disney Plus, or you can get them on DVD or however it is you watch movies. But go watch them.
Chicken-livered pipsqueak, is it? Remark spoke slighted like that. Could raise a man's blood now.
Could it not?
I will say that line, like a remark spoke slighted like that, could raise a man's blood now, could it not? Has run through my head at times. Like, I don't get insulted that often, but in that kind of context or whatever, I'd be like, I could say that. No one would have a clue what I was saying, but I would get a kick out of it.
It would probably stun somebody if like somebody was like name calling or insulting and you said that, they'd be like,
A remark spoke slighted like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was heard
Also,
talking to somebody in his cell all night.
Well,
What's
there's
wrong?
nothing wrong with that.
It
Just so
so
happens there was nobody in the cell with him at the time.
I hate football.
I've always hated football. That's your favorite line.
Yeah, I feel that one to my core. But I don't like track instead, so.
It's fair. I wouldn't know. I don't know that the president of Godolphin College had a particular love for track. He just didn't like football. And also, Godolphin was winning at track, which they never did for years.
Sure.
You know, one thing as a track person that does bother me about that movie, at the beginning of the movie, what is the coach's name? Coach Walker gets to a gas station near Godolphin. The guy working there is Gudger Larkin, who was on the track team. He's a thrower. He does the shot put. The weight man. He's one of the strongest men on the team. Not very strong, but on the team, he's one of the strongest. He says he's slower than molasses in January. And maybe just because they didn't have enough actors, or maybe just because he was a familiar face, they decided to make him the anchor in the relay at the very end of the movie. He shouldn't have been running in the first place.
Yeah, but if somebody had, and only somebody who has run track or is familiar with track would realize that that's a problem.
I suppose. I will say it didn't bother me when I had first seen the movie. It bothers me now because I ran 5 years of track in high school.
But to be fair, with how bad the whole track team was, maybe he was slow as molasses in January and still
fast
the
enough
best
to
guy to be running the anchor lap.
That would be funny. I never thought about that either.
Yeah.
There's so many good lines in that movie.
Yeah.
Like, Godolphin to win.
Yeah. If you watch no other movie on this list,
Please watch Blackbeard's Ghost.
please.
It's
Or if you have watched it, please let us know.
Yeah, please let us know. Sometimes it feels like we're the only people in the world who've ever seen that movie.
Yeah. Other than the people we forced to watch it.
Yeah, I don't know that I have ever just run into something. Not that I bring it up on a regular basis, but I don't know that I've ever, on the rare occasions that I have, ever met somebody who's like, oh, I've seen that movie.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody that I have either. So.
But yeah, it's a great movie. So should we get into some honorable mentions
Yes.
now?
Let's talk about honorable mentions.
So we already mentioned Johnny Tremaine, Swiss Family Robinson, Parrot and Trap. Did we mention Treasure Island?
No, we didn't. We talked about that before we started
We
recording.
did, yeah. So I have Treasure Island on there. And that's the first one they did?
Yeah, that was Disney's first live-action movie, and I can't remember what came out first, Treasure Island or Snow White, but those were their two first movies.
Fun fact, and I don't know if this is like, I don't know if it's really that fun of a fact. I've just noticed it. Disney liked to reuse footage of Treasure Island for random things. Like at the very end of Blackbeard's Ghost, after Blackbeard sails off in his rowboat, right before the end credits, so they like make it seem like he went back to be with his crew, presumably of all ghosts at this point. They show darkened clips of Treasure Island, so you can't like tell that's what it's from, but that's what it's from. And then the intro of Disney, was it the Hardy Boys? The thing we have, that random
Hardy
thing
Boys
we have,
and
the Applegate Treasure or whatever.
Applegate Treasure,
The
yeah.
intro to that little series is clips of Treasure Island. And I don't know if there's other times they used it, but they apparently liked to use that if they had anything slightly pirate related.
Yeah, that show. Speaking of the Hardy Boys, Secret of the Applegate or Mystery of the Applegate Treasure, whatever it's called. That'd be like a Disney Plus original show before they had those. Like, granted, I wasn't around when it came out, but I just feel like there's not many other shows of that time period.
Yeah, well, it was shown
And
as
it's
part
short.
of like,
Was it part of the Mickey Mouse Club?
I think so, yeah.
I think it might have been. Somebody
Because like the
up there.
first episode on that disc or DVD or whatever that we have it on has like a full episode of the Mickey Mouse Club,
That's true.
and then the rest of it is just that Hardy
true.
Boys series.
Yeah, that's a good series though. They should have continued it. I'd have kept watching. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my biggest honorable mentions, like the ones that had been on the number list and fell off, we are already all mentioned. That Darn Cat, $1 Million Duck, Davy Crockett. Most of my honorable mentions are not on my like. I never considered putting them on my top 10 list. I just felt like they needed to be brought up. So, movies I felt like needed to be brought up were Big Red, which I can't remember if you've actually watched. I think I
I
might
don't
have
think
just
I
watched
have.
it,
In fact,
but
I believe I know what movie you're talking about, and I'm pretty sure I started watching it with you guys, and then I left to go play with friends. I don't remember how old I was, but
yeah,
that's if I'm thinking of the right movie.
yeah, I think you are. I don't even remember the whole plot. It has to do with. I think these people
Is that
breed
the one
show
with
dogs.
text?
Text. It might
That is a
be.
dog movie. I don't know if it's that one.
I can't remember. I honestly I don't even remember this movie that well, but for some reason I felt like I needed to bring it up.
Yeah. You know, one I don't have written
Big Red,
down,
I
but
think
another
actually
dog movie,
has.
Old Yeller, probably needs to be mentioned.
I don't think I've actually watched Old Yeller.
I don't know if I have either, but it felt like it needed to be mentioned.
I didn't even need to bring it up. I've read Old Yeller, but I
I
haven't watched
haven't
it.
either. Although I did actually, I just watched Planes the other day. You know, they shot Old Yeller
No.
at the end.
Oh, spoiler.
Spoiler.
That's not
That's
an
not an underdog
underdog.
story. Well, there's a dog in
Dog
it.
in it. Yeah. But yeah, it might be Big Red or it might be Biscuit Eater. One of those has text, and then one of them has a French kid.
Oh. You know, I know why we need to mention Old Yeller. It's because our mom really loves sad dog movies.
Just, I have nothing against. She acts like we refused to watch the old dog movies.
I
Growing up.
probably did. I would definitely have done that as a
I
kid.
didn't. It just that never ended up being the top pick, and so then I've never watched them because we just always ended up choosing something else. But Mom, because I know you're listening to this, we'll watch them with you whenever you want. Just never got.
I mean, you gotta take that with whatever you want with a grain of salt because we're actually like both not at home anymore. So
when the opportunity presents itself.
group watch
Yeah,
from our corners of the country.
yeah. But another dog movie that I felt like it needed to be brought up was The Ugly Dachshund. This one you have
I
watched.
almost put that on there and I didn't. We've only watched that once, but I think that was one of those movies, and this happens a lot. Our dad will randomly have some small memory of some movie that he's seen
and we must watch
years, decades ago, probably when he was a kid, and he'll be like, "I need to find it," and then once he finds it, he has to watch it, and so we end
This
up watching
one
it.
is only worth mentioning because it has the actors from Blackbeard's Ghost, it's Dean Jones and whoever I can't remember the name of the lady who plays
She's Professor Baker in Blackbeard's Ghost. I
Baker,
don't know
but
the actor's
she
name.
plays such a different character though in The Ugly Dachshund. So that's the only reason I had to bring that one up. Again, here's another movie that our dad had to watch. We thought he made it up, and
Wait, I have a guess. Is it Bullwhip Griffin?
yes,
Yes, I had
The
that one on my
Adventure.
list too.
The Adventures of Bullwhip Griffin.
It's actually a fun one. Like I would recommend. Like it's not on my top 10, probably mostly because I've only seen it once, but it is a fun movie.
Yeah, but one we
Also, I just
definitely
like
thought he
there's
made
like
up.
cut scenes, not really cut scenes, but like little breaks in between scenes where there's just like this. It's probably like almost like a barbershop quartet just singing about what happens to Bullwhip in between the two scenes.
Yeah,
And there's also a little song that just goes Bullwhip, Bullwhip, Bullwhip Griffin.
yeah.
Great
It,
time.
it needed to be brought up. I have one more.
I hope Dad listens to this one. I know he doesn't always listen to our podcast.
No,
But
we'll have to tell him he has to.
You
Is there
would
anything else
appreciate
on your
this.
honorable mentions? I have one more, but I think it needs to be saved for last.
I have the $1 Million Duck.
Okay. I had that one on mine as well, on my honorable mentions.
Yes.
For some reason, I thought I got brought up earlier.
That one's not Dean Jones, is it, or is it?
Yeah, it is.
It
I
is?
think so.
Okay. They're all Dean Jones.
It's all Dean Jones. But no, this last one on my list is one I like, and I couldn't put it on. It wasn't in my top 10 because I just didn't feel like watching it, I guess. Like, seeing it didn't make me want to watch it. But I have seen this one multiple times. Another big favorite of our dad's. I think you could guess it. It's also like the latest movie on this list, but I think it still fits at old Disney.
I need a little bit more.
Talk about a movie that absolutely nobody else has seen or heard of.
It's one of Dad's favorites?
Yeah.
Why is it one of his favorites?
Because of, well, I don't know the whole reason, but there's one certain character that he loves to say their name all the time. I really thought you were going to get this.
If he loves to say their name all the time, that probably means I get called this name.
No, because it's a female name.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Do you remember Plan B?
Oh, how could I forget?
I know.
Condor Man.
Yes. Condor Man. It's actually from the 80s, which is later than I was expecting it to be.
You say if I would have remembered now, I didn't go past like 70s in my list or like in my looking at the list. Yeah, I say if we ever have a list that goes that far or overlaps into that would probably make a list somewhere in for me.
Yeah, it almost made my list, but there was just movies on the list that if I was going to watch a movie right now, I would want to watch more than that one.
That's a good one. Also, that's one of those movies that was set up for a sequel that was never made and kind of wish it would have been.
Yeah, let us know if you watch Condor Man, because that one I think is even more obscure than Blackbeard's Ghost.
It almost shouldn't be, I feel like.
It shouldn't be. It's a great movie.
Well, it's a great movie, but like, it's more recent.
It is. But have you ever heard anybody else talk about it?
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
Isn't that guy is like fairly famous though, isn't he?
Yes, Michael
He's
Crawford.
Is that the guy who's the Phantom?
The original Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Obviously more well known for being Condor Man.
Obviously.
Not really.
And then if you listen to the original London cast recording of Phantom of the Opera, and then you're just listening along, like, man, this is great. Like, this is Condor Man. Like, what?
But yeah, I can't believe I didn't think about it. Also, we didn't mention the name our dad loves to say is Natalia.
Yeah. So, not on the list, but another movie you must go watch after this.
Yeah.
So,
You've got a lot of watching to do if you haven't
yeah.
watched old Disney
If you don't
movies.
watch these, catch up. So here's your homework, people. We don't normally give you homework, but number one, tell us which movies on this list you have watched. Number two, tell us which movie you haven't watched that you are going to go watch at your soonest convenience.
Yes.
And then report back to us.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess that'll do it for our bonus episode. This is a longer bonus episode
It's a
because
long
there's just so much fun stuff to talk about with old Disney
Yes.
movies. And we could have talked a lot longer about a lot of these movies.
Yeah,
Or
definitely.
just quoted a lot longer
Yeah.
from most of these movies. But yeah, we hope you enjoyed that bonus episode. Comment down below, movies you've watched, favorite old Disney movies that maybe we didn't even name, or just old movies in general you could name. Comment below if you have any ideas for future bonus episodes, because we usually come up with them
Pretty
minutes,
last minute.
hours, or days in advance. Never more than that. And yeah, I guess we'll see you next time.
Yeah, bye.